We have a new report out that spreads the blame for that deadly Amtrak crash near Mendon, Missouri that happened last summer. Federal safety investigators have released their final report on the derailment and wreck.
Much of it centers on a poorly maintained railway crossing. 3 on the train died when the speeding train collided with a dump truck crossing the tracks. The truck driver also died. Fox 4 Sean McDowell live at Union Station, where the Amtrak headed to Chicago had picked up passengers just hours before June of 2022. Sean?
And to be exact, John, that Amtrak Southern Chief was on its way from Los Angeles over to Chicago. It stopped here for a short time to pick up passengers and crew members. That new report from the NTSB that you mentioned gave one surprise perhaps to some, that driver of the train, that is, the engineer speed, was not a factor in this. However, a poorly maintained railroad crossing in a rural area, as well as some careless driving by the truck driver, were big concerns in this incident. 4 people died in this June 29th crash more than a year ago, including 55-year-old Bill Barton, who drove the dump truck that collided with the speeding Amtrak Southern Chief. The final report from the National Transportation Safety Board says the train crossing, which had no lights or crossing arms, was overgrown with brush, and it's set at an awkward angle. Truckers have to look over their shoulder at an unusual angle to scan for oncoming trains. The report says that angle doesn't meet recommended standards. Barton wasn't the only trucker there. The federal report says a fellow trucker, a co-worker, was behind him and witnessed it all. He told investigators truckers are leery of braking there because of a steep approach. They worry they can't get the momentum to clear the intersection. The report also criticizes Amtrak. When the impact of the crash caused the train to derail, it flipped onto its side. The NTSB mentioned concerns about windows that came loose from the passenger car, allowing dirt and rocks to find their way inside. 2 sisters from DeSoto, Kansas, Kim Holsopple and Rochelle Cook, died when they were buried in nearly 4 feet of gravel. The impact of the crash killed the truck driver and 82-year-old Ben Fan from Kansas City. BNSF Railway is responsible for maintaining that intersection as well as other train crossings across the state. This is likely to be a hot topic tomorrow in Jefferson City when Missouri Governor Mike Parson is expected to announce $50 million being dedicated to keep railroad crossings across the Show Me State safer. Fox 4 News, by the way, will be there and have a report for you tomorrow. Sean McDowell, Fox 4, working for you live.